Hello, my name is John, and this is my Java. Welcome back to another episode of Java with John, and I'm John Maloney. Today we are going to talk about the M word. We all do it. Some of us do it more than others. We do it consciously, we do it unconsciously. We do it for good, we do it for evil or bad. The M word, what I'm speaking of, is manipulation. So what is manipulation? Well, to manipulate basically means to handle or control with skill. So that's kind of a vague definition of what it means to manipulate. So in layman's terms, manipulate is basically to do something purposefully or unpurposely to get a particular response. That's the way I look at manipulation. For example, if you get a speeding ticket and the officer comes over and you really want to try to get out of that speeding ticket, you might be a little more polite. You might be nicer. Hello, officer. Yes, I'm sorry, I was speeding. My apologies. You might throw in a little white lie. I got to get to see a friend, he's not feeling very well. You might make up some other excuse that might or may not get you off of a ticket. But you're trying to manipulate that person, that officer, into not getting a ticket. We do it when we are thinking of careers, for example. A lot of people think, okay, well, I want this nice house, I want a yacht, I want to be a millionaire. So they're going to manipulate their circumstances, which could be educational path, which could be the agencies they want to work for. They might, try to bump into someone powerful that they could work for to achieve those goals. So all those are forms of manipulation. If you're a parent, and you have a 6-year-old little boy and you're going to the store and, he kind of whines a lot because he's 6, right? You might say, look, little Bobby, if you are good while we are at the store, then at the end, I'm going to get you a treat. And if he's good, you get him a treat. Here's the beautiful thing. Is kids are also good at manipulation. He might whine and whine and whine because he wants that treat and whine and whine and whine and whine till you give him that treat. He's just manipulated you. He didn't have any ill will. He's a kid. He's 6 years old. Right? You didn't have any ill will by saying, look, if you're quiet, I'm going to get you a treat. You just wanted a nice trip to the store. Right? But that's still a form of manipulation. Johnny wants the treat. Johnny knows you want him to be quiet, so whatever it is, you give him Johnny or Bobby or whoever you want to call your child. You get him the treat if he's good, and sometimes you'll give him the treat if he's bad, just to quiet him down. So, when is manipulation good? When is manipulation bad? I really think it's the intent. If your intent is to get one over on somebody, for example, I used to know this person, he was high up in an organization, and when he was wrong, when he didn't know what else to do, he tried to set people off in the room. He tried to push their buttons so that he could, how shall I say, cover his lack of understanding, lack of good viewpoint with the person going off on him or somebody else in the room. That's wrong. Plain and simple, that's a negative form of manipulation. You're not doing it, your motives are selfish. Right? If you're manipulating to teach, and again, right, even with that 6-year-old, yeah, there's a little bit of selfishness there, let's face it, but there's teaching too. That if he's good, he gets a reward. If he's not good, he doesn't get a reward. So that's a form of manipulation, but it's also a form of teaching. Right? Exams, right? Exams are a way of manipulating people to study at school. Distracted driver, tickets. Now you're getting demerits with it. That's a way to manipulate people to focus on the road. Those examples are not bad forms of manipulation, but they're manipulation nonetheless. So what I want to do is I want to leave you with the theory that manipulation is not good or bad. It's how you use it. Just like my hammer here. Oh, just like my hammer here. There we go. I don't want to stab myself. If I'm hammering in nails, it's a good thing. If I'm whacking people over the head, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. So again, it's not the word. It's not manipulation that's good or bad. It's how you use it. Point. No counterpoint. Good. No one's arguing with me. So, before I end this show, I always like to remind people to be yourself, because nobody else can.